There we go. That's a pretty good, pretty clear shot there. We'll get going here in a moment. Hey there, Michael. Yeah, oh, all right. Let me see this. Yeah, it's hard to not sympathize with Casey in that situation. 120 lost team. The symbol of futility until just this season when the White Sox finally beat it. That was a hell of a record to break. What do they call that? Oh God, words escape me right now. What am I trying to say here? It's oh God, when you do something, you get credit for something that is not a positive thing. It is a what kind of a record? Oh my God, somebody help me out here. I'm brain dead. We'll give it about another 30 seconds here, see if anybody else trickles in. This is Spokane Steve. And it's time once again for Strat-O-Matic Baseball, 1966 replay. We're still on May 21st. We've got the New York Mets at the San Francisco Giants today. The second of a 4-game series. Lefty Rob Gardner will take the mound for the Mets. Righty Bobby Bolin for the Giants. Obviously, very different cards here. Very nice card for Bolin. Gardner. Numbers aren't pretty. Let's look at the card. Card looks almost worse. Bolin, a nice card. And the replay numbers show it. Gardner's been lit up. 5 starts, 1 relief appearances. He's 1-4 with a 7.62 ERA. In 26 innings of work, surrendered 35 hits and only 12 strikeouts. Bolin's been effective, pitched in hard luck, you'd have to think, in 8 starts. 3.48 ERA, yet he's 2-5. He has 3 complete games, 62 innings, 56 hits allowed, 47 strikeouts. For Bolin, it's been the home run ball. He's allowed 6 in 62 innings. Of course, Gardner's allowed 5 in only 26 innings, so he's been even worse. Really, for Bolin, 6 in 62, that's 1 every 10. And that's kind of the yardstick I've always used when building my draft league teams. I kind of want my pitchers to give up no more than that. That would be the upper end of it. No more than 1 homer per 10 innings. And of course, there we're playing computer version, super advanced ballpark effects. So more than 1 homer every 10 innings, depending on the park you're in, of course. You're going to be looking at what we call a diamond problem. Okay, that would be that. And we're not using that in my replay. We're playing advanced, except for base running. And, yeah. So both pitchers with a little bit of a long ball issue, but Bolin, of course, much better at keeping runners off base than Gardner. And welcome to Rick. Hello, Rick. Hello, Mike. That was a hell of a game last night. I'll be the first to admit, after 3 innings, I'm already looking ahead to Game 6. Down 5-0 to Garrett Cole. He was dealing. The game seemed over. What a comeback. Well, let's go back to 1966. We'll start off by giving you the Mets lineup. It'll be Ron Hunt at second base leading off. Cleon Jones in center in the 2 spot. Johnny Lewis is in right batting third. Dick Stewart at first base hits cleanup. Ed Kranepool out in left field hits 5th. And this right, I mean, of course, the manager's not privy to these numbers at the time. We all know this. But as a strat manager, you're going to put Stewart's 5E28 at first and then move Kranepool, who's a good first baseman, to left, where he's a 4E25 plus 3. Okay, I mean, I don't get that one. Anyway, that's the lineup. John Stevenson will catch and hit sixth. Chuck Hiller is at third base, hitting seventh. Roy McMillan, Mr. Shortstop himself, batting eighth. Gardner, the pitcher, hits ninth. The Giants defensively will have Bob Barton doing the catching, McCovey at first, Lanier at second, Davenport at short, and Jim Ray Hart at third. With the outfield left to right of Cat Peterson, the great Willie Mays, and downtown Ollie Brown. Yeah, you do, Ben. I'm sorry, Rick. There's no excuse for that. You can't expect Rizzo to get there, can you? That opened the door, and we all know the rest. Okay, umpire says play ball. Just under 18,000 at Candlestick for this one. It was a day game on a Saturday. And I can tell you from experience that while it's nicer, generally speaking, in the daytime, Candlestick can get awfully cold and windy even in the sunlight. I've been there. Okay. Bowling ready to work. Here's Ron Hunt to start things off. He's hitting .326, leading the club in batting. No homers, 5 RBIs. Bowling assigned from Barton. And here's the first pitch of the game. That's going to be a 5-6 right-handed. It's a 3-2 on a 12. Hunt will settle for a long single. And we are underway. And a shout out to Kelly. I see Ben's here. And there's Mike Vitt. Okay, let's look at the base running situation now. Hunt, a star stealer, although he does have that 8 and 10 automatic caught. Let's take a look at the Giants' battery. Bolin with a poor hold, +3. Barton with a poor arm, +2. We got a +5 battery, which would make Hunt a 20 not held. So they'll have to hold him. That makes him a 1-18, but again, that 8 to 10 automatic caught, a big deterrent in trying for that lead. And here's Cleon Jones. Jones hitting .289, no homers, 5 RBIs. He'll swing away. Bolin from the stretch. 1-9, it's a grounder down to third base. That's going to be 2. It's Hart to Lanier. Nice turn to McCovey. It's a 5-4-3 double play. Five rolls on the E rating. 3 errors, really. I think they only charged 2, right? But I mean, the mental error by... Did they give Cole an error on that? I don't even know. Obviously, Judge had an error, and... God, why am I so brain dead today? The shortstop, damn it. Oh my God. Well, I will, in my defense, and it's no excuse, quite a bit of wine was consumed last night, okay, fellas? I was at my cousin's. I brought Mookie with me, too. Jesus, what is the name of the Yankee shortstop? Oh, I know this. This is embarrassing. Volpe, thank you, Mike. Oh my God. Yeah, great rookie card. Went top 5 in all keeper league drafts. I mean, I know this. I'm just, I apologize. I partied a little too much last night. Stayed up too late. Here's Johnny Lewis. 2 out, nobody on. Lewis steps into the box, hitting just .143 on the season. 8 for 56. 3 of those hits, however, are home runs. And he has 9 RBIs. That's going to be a 3-9 right-handed, and he struck him out. Lewis does strike out quite a bit. No runs to hit, nobody left after half an inning of play. New York nothing, San Francisco coming to bat. You can see the strikeouts for Lewis. 43 and 166 at bats. Certainly almost an automatic strikeout against left-handers. Not as bad against righties, but he still strikes out quite a bit. I would agree with that, Ben. Yeah. It was going to be a close play. He made the right play. He had to go to third base there. Okay, as Gardner prepares to work, let's go over the Giants lineup. Jim Davenport at short leads it off. Willie McCovey moves up to the 2 spot at first base. Willie Mays, of course, in his customary 3 spot in center field. Jim Ray Hart will bat cleanup and play third. Cap Peterson gets the start in left today against the left-handed Gardner. He'll hit 5th. Ollie Brown in right bats 6th. Bob Barton, the catcher, 7th. Hal Lanier back at second base. Remember, he'd been playing shortstop recently, but he's back at second where he's a fine 2.38. And Bolin, the pitcher, hitting 9th. The Mets defensively have Stevenson behind the plate, Dr. Strangeglove at first, Hunt and McMillan up the middle with Chuck Hiller down at third, and the outfield left to right of Crane Poole, Cleon Jones, and Lewis. Gardner ready to go to work here now. Here's Davenport to lead things off. Davenport leading the club in batting at .311. 19 for 61, part-time player. This is his 20th game out of San Francisco's, this will be their 35th game. Davenport with just 1 homer, 7 RBIs. The right-hander ready. Gardner set. Here's the pitch. It's a 1-2 left-handed, and he hits him. Oh my goodness, Gardner hits the first batter of the game, thus letting Arnold Rothstein know that the fix is on. Sorry, couldn't resist. You guys that are familiar with the movie or the history know what I'm talking about, which is probably all of you. Now that baseball's over, oh God, snow already, Ben. Holy crap. Happy Halloween, Tony. Welcome. Yeah, I'll tell you, now that we're not quite at snow yet, but it's 40 and cloudy in Spokane, and as the weather gets cooler, I may try to accelerate the pace of this replay a little bit. There'll be days where I can't even get outside, and that'll be a good time to play two, as Ernie would have said. So Davenport on first leads it off by being hit by the pitch. Not a threat to steal. I don't think he would try anyway with Willie McCovey at the plate. McCovey hitting .283, 7 homers, 15 RBIs. Left on left, Gardner out of the stretch. Pitch to McCovey is a 4.8 left-handed, and he walks him. So a wobbly start here for Gardner. Hits the first batter, walks the second. And that brings up the legendary Willie Mays. Mays hitting .305, tied for the major league lead in homers with 12 with Henry Aaron. And his 29 RBIs also among the league leaders. So Gardner's put himself in a hole. Now he'll be facing Mays. First and second, nobody out. From the stretch, pitch to Willie is a 1-8. He walks him to load the bases. So an auspicious debut here for Gardner. He has loaded the bases with nobody out, and he's done it all himself. That'll bring up Jim Ray Hart, the cleanup man. Hart batting .306, 8 home runs, 22 RBIs. The Mets will be at double play depth. Nobody out early in the game. They'll give up a run to get 2 outs here gladly. Gardner, the full windup now. The pitch to Hart is a 1-7. He pops him up. Infield fly rule, McMillan takes it. That's a big out for Gardner. 1 down now, and here's Cap Peterson. Peterson has not played much. Just 0 for 13 on the season. He's only played in 6 games. This is his 7th game. A lot of his at-bats coming as a pinch hitter, and he's still looking for his first hit of the season. The infield will be back. Gardner delivers 2-8. It's a grounder to third, and they're going to get their double play. Hiller has it to Hunt, turns, fires to Stewart. 5-4-3 double play, and somehow Gardner gets out of that inning unscathed. We've played 1, and we are scoreless. Give me 1 second. The heater's it's too warm in here. I got to turn down that thermostat again. shades of last year, right, guys? At least the guys who are with me then. I think I started this replay the last day of September, if I remember right. It was just starting to get cool here, and this thermostat in this place, very weird. Let's see. Happy Halloween to Perry. There's Cleveland baseball fan. Welcome. Already heard Boone will return. Interesting. Well, who else are they going to get, really? He's been there a long time. Okay, Bolin set to go to work in the second. It'll be Stewart, Crane, Poole, and Stevenson for the Mets. Dick Stewart just 6 for 30 on the season. 1 homer, 7 RBIs. Right-handed batter, Bolin into the windup. That's a 3-6 right-handed, swung on and missed strike 3. It's back-to-back Ks for Bolin. And the batter will be Crane Poole. Crane Poole's batting .247, 2 homers, 10 RBIs. Bolin's set now. Here's the windup. Pitch to Crane Poole. A 2-8 right-handed. It's a high fly ball to deep right field. Brown's going back. He thinks he has a play with it. Leaps. It's off the top of the wall. And Crane Poole will end up with a double out of that. Just missed getting it out of here. 2-8 righty. 1-12. He rolls to 13, and he'll settle for the long double. So the Giants perhaps get a break there. We'll see how it plays out. Welcome, Mike C. Here's John Stevenson, the catcher. Stevenson 7 for 35. He's in his 12th game. 1 home run. Left-handed batter. Bolin glances at second. Now the windup to pitch to Stevenson. That's going to be a 2-2 righty, and he loses him ball 4. So now it's Bolin who's in a little bit of a jam here in the second. That'll bring up Chuck Hiller, the third baseman. Hiller 5 for 16 on the season. That's a .313 average. Most of his action coming as a pinch hitter. He does not have a home run. Bolin checks the runners. Pitch to Hiller, a 3-6 grounder to first base. McCovey has it. He goes down to Davenport for 1. Back to first, not in time. That'll be a force play. 3-6. Stevenson's forced. Crane Poole moves over to third. And with 2 away, it'll be up to Roy McMillan. McMillan, never a really good hitter. He was the best fielding shortstop in the league for many years, around 1960 to the mid-60s, maybe even as early as the late 50s. A 3.20 now. He's batting .209 in 67 at-bats. He does have a home run and 8 RBIs. Bolin checks the runners from the stretch. The pitch to McMillan. 1-6, grounder down to third. Hart has it to Lanier for the force. And that will do it for the Mets in the second. They leave a pair. 1 hit, no runs, and a walk. There's Franklin. How's it going, Franklin? How is everyone today? This is Thursday, Halloween. They're having little festivities at the clubhouse in my apartment complex later. I might drop in for a quick appearance. Only because I don't really know anybody in this building. It would be nice to know somebody. Sad thing is, people just aren't like that anymore. You know, when I was young, I knew all my neighbors' name. We knew, you knew them a little bit. Some maybe more than a little bit. Some maybe more than you cared to. But I think it was better. It'll be Brown, Barton, and Lanier in the bottom of the second. Let's see now. Let's check Ollie Brown's numbers. Brown comes in just 13 for 76. That's 171. He does not have a home run. Gardner into the windup. Pitch to Ollie. 6-5 righty. It's a lazy fly ball to right. Lewis is there. He'll take it for out number 1. Don't have a big baseball on my head, huh? Try not to get hit by the fly ball, in other words. Here's Barton. Barton, the catcher, backup catcher, really, just 4 for 24 on the season. It's a 167 average. He does not have a home run. Here's the pitch from Gardner. That's a 6-10 right-handed fly ball to right field, almost to the exact same spot. And Lewis grabs it for the second out. That's going to bring up Lanier. Yeah, you know, Franklin, I was trying to think of something I could wear to go to this little thing. I don't really have anything that would even resemble a costume. Lanier batting just 180. 1 homer, 5 RBIs. Of course, a glove first player all the way, Hal Lanier. Very soft hands. Gardner staring in. That's a 5-7 righty. That's going to be extra bases for Lanier. That's into the left center gap. Jones runs it down. Lanier rounds and heads for second with a 2-out double. So Lanier doubles on a 5-7. Here's Boland. Pretty good hitting pitcher. 6 with end power. Gardner checks the runner. Pitch to Boland. It's a 6-6, and he loses him. Ball 4. Gardner walks the pitcher with 2 down. I'm sure that's not what he was planning. And the batter is Davenport. Davenport, of course, was drilled by a pitch to start off the top of the first. Excuse me, the bottom of the first. First and second, 2 down. Gardner taking his time now. Gets the sign from Stevenson. Deep breath. The pitch to Davenport. It's a 5-8 grounder to second base X. That'll be Hunt. Tough play for Ron. 3E28. Here's the play. On a 2, he's not going to get it. That's a single 2 stars. And the Mets draw first blood as Lanier crosses the plate. RBI single for Davenport. Boland will stop at third. And the Giants lead at 1-0. And here's McCovey. McCovey walked in the first. Runners at the corners, 2 down. Gardner with the pitch to Willie Mack. It's a 6-9 high fly ball to deep right field. Backing up is Lewis on the track. Leaps up and makes the catch at the wall. 1-6 on an 8. Big sigh of relief from Mets fans. And it's just a loud out to right that retires the side. The Giants do get a run, however, on 1 hit. Leave a pair. We've played 2. It's 1-0 Giants. The pitching matchup in this one would certainly appear to favor the Giants. Of course, we know from experience it doesn't always work that way in Strat-O-Matic. That's why we roll the dice, as the man said. Mets come to bat in the third. It'll be Gardner at the top of the order. Gardner, a right-handed hitter, 2W. Boland gets the sign now. Comes in there with a 6-4 right-handed. It's a grounder to shortstop X. That'll be Davenport. Tough play for Davenport. Up the middle. He's a 3E31. Here's the play on a 1. He's not going to get that. That's through into center for a leadoff single. So a base hit by the pitcher. Both pitchers have gotten on here so far. Boland walked. Now Gardner with a leadoff single. I know, Perry, right? That's weird. Because it's a left-handed starter, I guess? That'll turn the lineup over and bring up Hunt, who singled in his first at bat. Okay, here we go. Boland out of the stretch. Pitch to Hunt on a 6-9. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Third strikeout of the game for Bolin. And the batter will be Cleon Jones. Jones grounded into the 5-4-3 double play in the first. Bolin would like to get another one here as he comes set from the stretch. Pitch to Cleon, a 1-5. Fly ball to left field, fairly deep. Peterson going back, and he has it for out number 2. It'll be up to Lewis with 2 down. Lewis struck out his first time against Bobby Bolin. Bolin set now. Pitch to Lewis on a 1-5. He loses him, ball 4. That'll move Gardner over to second. And Dick Stewart steps to the plate. Second and third, 2 down. Stewart, of course, struck out his first time against Bolin. Bolin's set now, full windup. Here's the pitch to Stewart. It's a 3-4, and he walks him to load the bases. So now it's Bolin experiencing a control lapse. And the Mets have loaded the bases here in the third. 2 down. It'll be up to Kranepool. Kranepool doubled his first time up today. Bolin very deliberate now. Shakes one off, nodding. The full windup. The pitch to Ed Kranepool. That's a 2-11 right-hander. It's a high fly ball to right field. Brown back on the track hauls it in. Woo! Sigh of relief from the home crowd. It's just a loud out to right for Ed Kranepool, and the side is retired. The Mets waste a huge opportunity here and leave the bases loaded. No runs, a hit, 3 left. Mets come into the game at 10-16. Giants very disappointing, 14-21. Gardner will be facing the heart of the Giants' order in the bottom of the inning here. It's Mays, Hart, and Peterson. Willie Mays walked his first time today. Gardner staring in now. Here's the windup. To Willie Mays as a 5-6 struck him out. So Gardner navigates through Mays. Now it's Jim Ray Hart, who popped to short his first time up. Gardner into the windup. Pitch to Hart is a 6-7, and he walks him. Fourth walk of the game issued by Gardner. He also hit a batter. And here's Cat Peterson. Peterson 0 for 1. Gardner out of the stretch. Pitch to Cap. 3-6 left-handed. Struck him out. Second strikeout for Gardner now. It'll be up to Ollie Brown. Ollie not yet the player he would become with the Padres. Just 233 this season. Great outfielder, though. 2-E7 -4 in right. There's nothing at all wrong with that. Gardner from the stretch. The pitch to Brown is a 6-9. That is going to be a single to 9. Double anything else on the 13. He gets the double. It's an open double to center. Hart could try to score on that. Hart 13, 2 outs, 15. Cleon a -1, 14. That's the tying run. They're leading 1-0. I beg your pardon, but they're going to send him 1-14. The throw from Cleon Jones. He scores. And Brown a 14. Eight. He will go into second. No, he's like, I'm blowing this badly. I beg your pardon. RBI double for Brown. 14, he will go into third on the play. I need to do a better job of making the base running decisions clear before the fact. I'm guessing most of you can piece it together. It's 2-0 Giants. Brown would have headed to third 1 through 8, trying to draw the throw. The Mets would have thrown through at 1 through 14. Barton 0 for 1. Gardner pitching to Barton, trailing by 2 now. There is the pitch. That is going to be a 6-8 right-handed. It's a triple to 2, and he'll settle for a long single. It's an RBI single for Barton. 2-star single, so Brown would have scored either way. And that makes the score 3-0 San Francisco. So Gardner's not fooling anybody, and the question is, how long are we going to stick with him? He's only rated 5 for endurance. There's Robbie. Hello, Robbie. Lanier will bat with 2 away. He doubled and scored his first time up. Runner at first, 2 down. Here's the pitch from Gardner. That's a 1-10. That's going to be ripped into the left center gap for extra bases. On a 2-star double, Barton, a slow runner, will hold at third. And it's a double for Hal Lanier, his second double of the game. That might be all for Gardner right here, except for the fact that the pitcher is up. There is action in the Mets bullpen. In real life, Gardner pitched a complete game in this one, believe it or not. That's certainly not going to happen today. And the Mets will get long man Dick Selma up. Selma did a marvelous job the last time he had to come in one of these situations, so we'll turn to him again. Gardner will face Bolin, the pitcher. He walked him in the second. Gardner with a pitch to Bolin. It's a 5-5 fly to center. Jones under it, and that will do it. But the Giants score 2 on 3 hits and a walk. They leave a pair. After 3 complete, they lead it 3-0. Welcome, Kenyon. Good to see you. And greetings to Bart Ewing. Bart, is this your first time in the chat? I don't remember the name. If I'm wrong, I apologize in advance. It is a big crowd, and you're right, Philip. It's nothing else to do, right? Wait for the trick-or-treaters. Most of us at the age where all our kids are grown, so it's not like we're getting the kids' costumes ready or anything of that nature. We go to the 4th inning, 3-0 San Francisco. Stevenson, Hiller, and McMillan due up. If anyone gets on, almost certainly a pinch hitter for Gardner at this point. Stevenson walked his first time up. Bolin gets the sign from Barton. There's the pitch. It's a 2-9 right-handed. He struck him out. That's strikeout number 4 for Bolin. And here's Hiller. Hiller 0 for 1. Bolin full windup. Here's the pitch. That's a 4-5 left-handed, and he pops him up left side. Davenport will take it. 2 down quickly here in the 4th. The batter will be Roy McMillan. McMillan 0 for 1. Bowling into the windup now. The pitch to McMillan. That's a 4-11 right-handed fly ball to left field X. That'll be for Peterson. Going to be a tough play for Cap. He's a 4-6 as he races towards the line. On a 5, he's not going to get that. That's down for a base hit. And we will indeed have a pinch hitter for Gardner after all. 2-out single by McMillan. No threat to run. And that will end the day for Gardner. Gardner was not fooling anybody. He went through the lineup twice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. And maybe even more importantly, 4 walks and a hit batter. Complete lack of control exhibited by Gardner here today. 3 runs and just 1 strikeout. Selma, as mentioned, will be the long man today. And now we're looking for a pinch hitter for Gardner. And they're going to go with left-handed outfielder Al Luplow. Luplow pinch hit in this game in real life. Did I get that right, Kenyon? Kenyon's been helping me out on some of the pronunciation, and I like to get them right, so I appreciate it. Luplow just 219, 7 for 32, 4 of the 7 hits for extra bases, however, and he has 2 RBIs. Bowling out of the stretch. Here's the pitch to Al. It's going to be a 1-7 grounder to second base. Lanier has it, flips to McCovey, and that will do it for the Mets in the 4th. No runs, a hit, 1 left. Go to the bottom of the 4th in a 3-0 game. Selma coming on to pitch for New York. Luplow. Thank you, Kenyon. Rhymes with blow, which is what Charlie Sheen's character told the umpire to do in Major League. Selma's been in 7 games, 2 starts, 5 relief appearances, 2-1 with a rather high 5.68 ERA, 19 innings of work. Not much depth to the Met bullpen. They've got Rybanth, the closer, who's good. They just added Jerry Arrigo from the left side. Hepler's not bad. Sutherland's pretty bad. Tug McGraw available if necessary. He's been starting of late, but he's not scheduled to start for a while, so I moved him into the pen. And it will be the top of the order for the Giants. Davenport's been on both times. He was hit by a pitch and then singled in a run in the 2nd. Selma, a right-hander now. Gets the sign from Stevenson. Pitch to Davenport, 2-7, fly ball to straightaway center. Cleon is there, and he handles it for the 1st out. McCovey now facing a righty. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. Pitch from Selma. That's going to be a 6-9 left-handed. He struck him out. So Selma fans Willie Mack, and that will bring up the other Willie Mays. Mays walked and struck out so far in this one. Selma gets his sign. Here's the windup. Here's the pitch to Willie Mays. It is a 6-7 right-handed. It's a grounder to second base X. Hunt will be tested again. 3-28 as he ranges to his left. The roll on the plate is a 5. He's got it. Nice stop by Hunt. To his feet, throws him out. That's a beauty by Ron Hunt. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Dick Selma. He played 4 innings. It's 3-0 at Giants. Didn't they widen the play? It feels like it in this game, doesn't it? What is it? 4 walks on each side. Wait a minute, did I miss one? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. And 3 for Hunt, plus the hit by pitch. Top of the order for the Mets in the 5th. They trail by 3. Here's Hunt now, 1 for 2. Bolin has scattered 4 hits over 4 innings so far. Comes set, the windup, pitch to Hunt. That's a 2-8 right-handed, a grounder into the hole. It's short. It's Davenport to throw him out. 1 away. Here's Cleon now, 0 for 2. Bolin set. Here's the pitch to Jones. That's a 4-2 right-handed deep fly ball to left. Backing up is Peterson and hauls it in just shy of the track. Allowed out by Cleon Jones. 2 away, and here's Johnny Lewis. Lewis struck out and walked. Bolin gets his sign. Comes right in there with a 4-5 lefty, and he pops him up. Davenport will take it, and it's an easy inning for Bolin. Dick Selma coming out for his 2nd inning of work. It'll be Hart, Peterson, and Brown for the Giants. Hart 0 for 1 with the walk. Selma gets his sign now. Here's the windup and the pitch. That is a 1-2, and he loses him. Ball 4. A leadoff walk to Hart. 2nd walk of the day for Hart. So Hart at first, nobody out, and the batter will be Cap Peterson. Peterson 0 for 2. Selma out of the stretch now. Here's the pitch to Peterson. It's going to be a 5-7. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. 2nd K for Selma. And here's Ollie Brown. Brown actually looks to me to be a little better against righties. Selma from the stretch. The pitch to Ollie. 2-8, swung on and missed. Strike 3. That's 3 Ks for Selma now. Back-to-back Ks of Peterson and Brown, and that'll bring up Bob Barton, the catcher. Leading 3-0, Barton will bat here. There's the pitch from Selma. It's a 4-6, swung on and missed. Strike 3, and Selma fans the side. How about that? No runs, no hits, 1 left. We've played 5, and the Giants lead it 3-0. It's been all Bolin so far. Bolin, a 7 endurance rated starter. Mookie up in the catbird seat. Funny story, too, because my cousin has a border collie and a very grumpy old cat, about 18 years old. And Mookie, not used to that, little hesitant at first, a little frightened, wary. But he warmed right up to it, and by the end of the evening, he was trying to play with the dog. The old cat wanted nothing to do with any of them. He's a grouch. Hard to blame him at that age, right? Okay, it's Stewart, Crane, Poole, and Stevenson. Stewart 0 for 1 with a walk. Bolin gets his sign. That's going to be a 1-7 right-handed, and it is going to be a single to 5, and he rolls the 5 just out of the reach of a diving Davenport, and it's a leadoff single for Dick Stewart. Let's take another look at that. 1-7 single to 5. The roll is indeed a 5. Hang on, I missed something. Laughing out loud at Robbie. Wait, there's a no-hitter going, right? Kranepool 1 for 2. Bolin out of the stretch now. Pitch to Ed. It's going to be a 1-8 right-handed. A grounder to short. Davenport has it. Shovels to Lanier for 1. To McCovey, not in time. That'll be a 6-4 force. Kranepool at first, 1 down. And the batter will be John Stevenson. Stevenson 0 for 1 with a walk. Bolin out of the stretch. Here's the pitch now. It's a 4-8 left-handed. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Let's tally him up now here. That's 3, 4, 5 Ks for Bolin. 2 down, and the batter will be Chuck Hiller. Hiller 0 for 2 in this one. Bolin's pitch to the lefty. That's a 5-8 grounder down to first. McCovey will take it to the bag himself, and that will do it for the Mets in the 6th. No runs, a hit, 1 left on. 6 goose eggs put up by Bobby Bolin so far. Selma will come out for his 3rd and assuredly last inning of the day, as he's due to bat 2nd in the 7th. Lanier, Bolin, and Davenport do. And with that, I need another caffeine fix. Bear with me, this will only take a minute. Just going to do a single cup. And we go to the bottom of the 6th. Hal Lanier 2 for 2 with a pair of doubles. Welcome, Gerald. Hello there. Nice crowd on hand today. I sure do appreciate it, fellas. I'll tell you what, it's going to mean even more to me as we get into the what I find to be rather long and depressing cold part of the year. Okay, we're ready to go here. Selma the sign. The pitch to Lanier. That's a 3-4 right-handed. Fly ball to left field and playable. Kranepool barely has to move, and he'll take that one for out number 1. Bolin will bat. Pretty good hitting pitcher again. 6N right-hander. The pitch from Selma is a 1-6. Grounder to second, routine for Hunt, who throws him out, and quickly there's 2 away. It really is, man. It's a lifesaver. Is that true, Franklin? Man, if that is so, that's going to be very interesting. I think that's I get the idea. My initial reaction is if they're going to do that, they should make it 5, the minimum to qualify for a win, in other words. That logically makes more sense to me. It'll be interesting. I think this is a case of everything they've done since 1969 has basically contributed to pitchers' arm injuries. This is going to be more of the same, I'm afraid. And you guys know, as much as anybody, I'd like to see starters go deeper into games, but not at the risk of injury. Davenport with 2 away. Here's the pitch from Selma. That's going to be a 1-5 right-handed, a single to 5 on a 10. That liner is speared by Hunt, And it's an easy inning for Selma. We've played 6. It's 3-0 San Francisco. On a rare, warm, and sunny day at Candlestick. Bolin will be entering his first inning of potential fatigue here as we move to the 7th. All right, I've got that backup cup of coffee here, and we're ready to roll. McMillan, the pitcher's spot, and Hunt due for the Mets. McMillan 1 for 2 today. Bolin ready to go to work here. Here's the windup on the pitch to Roy. It's a 1-4 right-handed. He pops him up left side. Davenport under it. And there's one away. And now we'll have a pinch hitter for Selma. So Selma did a fine job. Must have forgot to mark where he came in. No, that isn't even right. I beg your pardon. Okay, hang on a second here. Gardner pitched 3, so Selma came in here and worked. Oh my God, I've got the wrong team. Oh, jeez. Okay. See, I had it. It was there all along. It's right in front of me. Selma worked 3 innings. I knew that. I knew he worked 3 innings. Did not give up a hit. Did not give up a run. Walked 1 and struck out 3. So fantastic job by Selma. Mets are looking for a pinch hitter now against the righty Bolin. And they're going to go to Jim Hickman off the bench. Hickman, of course, I know more from his Chicago Cub days. On the season, Hickman 262, 1 homer, 4 RBIs, and 62 at-bats. Bolin into the windup. The pitch to Hickman is a 2-6 high fly ball to deep left field. Backing up is Peterson. At the track, at the wall, he leaps and comes down with it. He makes the catch at the wall. Yes, that is a 9. Homer to 8. Whoa, Hickman just missed getting it out of here. As it is, it's a loud out to left. Two down, and here's Hunt. The pitch from Bolin. 3-12 righty. Liner right into the glove of Jim Ray Hart. Liner right to the third baseman. So the Mets hit a couple of balls hard off of Bolin that inning. He's still able to retire the side in order. And as we stretch for the 7th, it is 3-0 Giants. And the Mets are going to get Jerry Arrigo into the game now, left-hander. I don't believe he has pitched yet for them. He has not. This will be his New York debut. Hang on a second while we're breaking here. Oh, my brain is just dead today. I'm trying to think where Arrigo came from. He just came over recently in a trade. It was from the Reds. Okay, well, while we have a moment, let's go ahead and look up his numbers with Cincinnati. We can do that. He has no stats yet for the Mets. He was in 6 games, 6 innings, 7.5 ERA for the left-hander. He'll be facing McCovey, Mays, and Hart. McCovey 0 for 2 with a walk. The left-hander ready to work now. The wind-up on the pitch to Willie Mack on a 6-8. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Willie goes down swinging for the 2nd time this afternoon. Oh, I forgot to do the Mookie cam. I can do a quick one. He's not really doing anything. You can't see much. He had a busy night last night visiting at my cousin's house with 2 other animals in the house. So he made some new friends, spun some yarn, and then he did the scarn. Here's Willie Mays now. Willie 0 for 2 with a walk on the day. Arrigo into the windup. Pitch to Willie. That's going to be a 4-6 right-handed. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Arrigo announces his presence with authority, fanning Willie McCovey and Willie Mays. And here's Hart now. He's walked twice, 0 for 1. Arrigo with the pitch. It's going to be a 2-2 against the lefty. A little slow roller to second. Hunt charges it, turns on the run, and throws to Stewart. It's an easy inning for Arrigo. We've played 7. 3-0 in San Francisco. Thank you, guys. 3-0 to the 8th. Let's take a look at the Giants' defense. Left field and third base would be where you'd be looking to do something. They've got Landrum. Well, they've got Jesus Alou. Okay, that's a no-brainer right there. Jesus Alou is going to come on and take over in left for Peterson. (2E10 -1). That would make him the leadoff batter in the bottom of the inning. Bolin in his 2nd endurance inning. He's got a shutout going. He'll be facing Cleon, Jones, Lewis, and Stewart. Cleon 0 for 3 today. Bolin set now. Here's the windup down the pitch to Jones. It's a 4-6 right-handed. He takes it the other way and lofts one into right field. Brown is right there to make the catch, and there's one down. That is odd, Kenyon. What happened there? Did they release him, or did they trade him back to Cincinnati? Johnny Lewis 0 for 2 with the walk, steps to the plate from the left side. Bolin into the windup. Pitch to Lewis is a 4-8, swung on and missed, strike 3. Lewis down on strikes. That's 6 Ks now for Bobby Bolin, and with 2 down, Dick Stewart will be the hitter. Here is, I think I still have him pulled up on my other screen. Yeah, 67. He actually had a very nice year in 67 for the Reds. I'm on Baseball Reference, so I can scroll down here. He was purchased for cash in August of 66. And yet he did not, there were still games to be played in August of 66. But his card would clearly indicate that he finished his active playing that season with the Mets. Interesting. Oh, Gerald, I'm just tickled pink. What can I say? I mean, I'll tell you what, I was already looking ahead to Game 6 after 3 innings of play. You're down 5-0 to probably the best starting pitcher in the game. He's hitting every spot, just pitching a dominant game. And they come back. My God, that was wild. You know, I expected the Yankees to win going into the series, and like most of the experts, the reason was because I thought they had a big edge in starting pitching, and that turned out to really not be the case. I did think they'd have to go back to LA. Here's Stewart, 2 down. Bolin comes in there, 3-3 righty, fly ball to right, can of corn for downtown Brown, and it's an easy 8th inning for Bolin, who's 3 outs away from a shutout now. Just a marvelous performance by Bobby Bolin today. Jerry Arrigo will come out for his 2nd inning of work. Jesus Alou to lead off the inning for the Giants. His first at bat of the game, he came on at the top of the inning defensively for Peterson. Arrigo with the windup, 3-10 left-hander, a liner right into the glove of McMillan. So a soft liner to short. There's 1 away, and the batter will be Brown. One crazy wild inning at that. Oh my goodness. Brown 1 for 3. That's a 5-11 righty. Gets a base hit up the middle for Ollie Brown. He's 2 for 4. That'll bring up Barton, the catcher, in the starting lineup because of a left-handed starter. Now he'll face the left-handed Arrigo. From the stretch, 5-4 right-handed, fly to center field X. That's a tough play for Jones, a 3-E-8. Racing back, here's the play. It's a 20. He's there to make the catch for the out. Nice play, Cleon Jones. 8X, 2 away. And Hal Lanier, the batter. Arrigo stares in now. Here's the pitch to Hal. It's going to be a 2-10. Slow roller to third. Hiller charges and throws him out. No runs, a hit, 1 left. We played 8 innings. All eyes now on Bobby Bolin as he goes for the complete game shutout. I want to take this time to thank everybody for watching. I appreciate it, probably more than you guys could know. I spend an awful lot of time alone. This means a lot to me. Fortunately, I didn't have to watch Game 5 alone, however. I was at my cousin's house. I've already mentioned that, but it bears repeating. And Mookie got to make some friends. That was nice. Cranepool, Stevenson, and Hiller, 3 left-handed hitters standing in the way. Bolin looking for the shutout. Giants looking for the win. Cranepool 1 for 3. Bolin gets this done. Makes the pitch to Ed on a 2-7 right-handed, right in the heart of his good column. He gets under it a bit. Skies one to center. Mays waiting for it to come down, and that's the first out. Here's Stevenson, now the left-handed catcher. 0 for 2 on the day with a walk. Struck out twice against Bolin. The pitch from Bobby Bolin. 3-10 right-handed as a grounder to second. Routine for Lanier. And the Mets are down to their last out. That'll be Chuck Hiller, the third baseman. Hiller 0 for 3 on the day. Bolin staring in. Here's the pitch now to Hiller on a 5-5. It's a high fly ball to right field. Backing up on the track is Brown. He's got it, and that's the ball game. 5-5 lefty, a homer to 4. It would have been a single for Hiller. But he rolls to 8, fly ball to right, and that's the game. 3-0, Bolin with a magnificent game, a complete game shutout. I'll have the totals just a moment. What a game by Bolin. With the win, he improves to 3-5. 1, 2, 3, 4. A 5-hit shutout for Bobby Bolin. I'd say he's obviously the player of the game. A little wild in the early going. He walked 3 in the first 2 innings, none after that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strikeouts for Bolin. Arrigo in his Met debut was impressive. 2 innings, a hit, no runs, no walks, 2 strikeouts. The loser, of course, is Gardner, who really didn't have much today. He drops to 1-5. The totals on the game for the Giants: 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors. The Mets, no runs, 5 hits, no errors. An errorless ball game. Player of the game, no-brainer, it's Bobby Bolin. Well, he made friends. I'll tell you their names. If you, the dog's name is Phaedra, and the cat's name is Kumo. Kumo. That was, Perry, absolutely. It was a brilliant performance by Bolin. Giants improved to 15-21. Trying to crawl back into this. Tomorrow we'll wrap up May 21st on the schedule, and that's going to be the California Angels at the Washington Senators. The Angels will have their ace, Dean Chance, on the hill. He'll be opposed by Diego Segui for Washington. Mets bullpen was fantastic, absolutely. Good, fun game today. I love a complete game shutout by any pitcher. And with that, I'm going to get out of here and whip up some lunch. I want to thank everybody for hanging out with me once again. Have a great evening, everybody, and I'll see you tomorrow, 1:30 Pacific. Take care, everyone.